Hey guys, Blackout Gamers here, and today we're going to be talking about State of Decay 2 discussion. Now, I've read an article about the 4-player drop-in, drop-out co-op system, and I was reading an article earlier saying that the new State of Decay is going to have a drop-in, drop-out co-op system, which in my opinion is great for playing games with friends. Now, I hope they adopt the type of drop-in, drop-out co-op system that they have for Dying Light. That was pretty cool. But hopefully that they have the leveling system like from the Dying Light, where you could level up your character, as in you're in a co-op game, you level up your character and it goes back to your single player game and level up your character, so it doesn't lose any of the data to transfer over. Same thing with the Dead Rising 3 game. You also did that with your friend or random person that you played with. Next is what I want to see in State of Decay 2. Now everybody knows that we need returning characters, newer faces or similar faces, or just, new people. Hopefully have character customization. But I want to see the return of Marcus, the main character, or the first character that you play as, the first playable character that you play as. And he was in State of Decay 1, and depending on how you played the game and who you let die, he survives to the end of the game, supposedly. Well, it really depends on if you played the game right. And when the game left off, it left off where it makes him survive, I guess, if he doesn't die, if you don't kill him. But if he survives, you go to the city, or you blow up the gate and you go to, they open up the new area. Well, not the new area, but they open up the city part, and then the game just ends there, and then Lifeline picks up where that game left off. Now for I also want to see character customization. I would love to see character customization implemented into State of Decay 2, since the first one had, randomly generated survivors with different skill sets. Like, I want different skill sets for my characters, but they did a good job of doing that. Everybody that you picked up or found either had a unique skill set, or they came with weapons and unique abilities, which is really cool. I want to see a wider skill tree. Like, the skill tree on State of Decay was very compact. It wasn't really expand upon. It was just you choose a certain perk to go with your character. Like, if you had long range weapons, then you would get this slowdown effect, or it's either for guns or long range weapons. Same thing with melee attacks. If you had a sharp edge weapon, I think you could counter better. As you're seeing some of the gameplay that I did right here. I'm just going through the little sub genres or sub text that you get before going into the skill tree. I want to see that expanded upon, maybe combinations. You can have different types of combinations. Instead of one specialization, you can have multiple, and really create a type of character that's unique and close range combat and long range combat with weapons and guns and certain type of abilities that's unique to that character, which is really cool, which did have in State of Decay. Now for guns, this is very important because the gun factor of State of Decay is very wide, and I'm a gun nut. I am a gun nut, so just from State of Decay having loads, I don't know how many weapons it has 100%, but I know it had probably 50, 60 weapons, especially with the add-ons of State of Decay Lifeline added on in Year 1 edition. Probably went up because of the added new types of ammunition types. Like for the shotgun, you have an incendiary shotgun that shoots incendiary bullets, or same thing with pistols. I think one of them spits acid, I believe. That would be cool. And I want them to have some type of gun crafting table. That's really cool. A gun crafting table, you could put scopes and change the ammunition types and customize the gun, put rectile sights on it, and the paint jobs that they have in State of Decay Year 1 edition. It was really cool. The guns were unique. They were more, it had oomph to it. It had the survival type of aspect to it. Like, you find some type of rare weapon that no one else has found with a unique skin. Same with the cars. The cars also had like the truck has flames in the front of it. the blue frames. That's really cool. It's a unique type of car that you would love to have in your garage to keep running around. It really identifies you as a survivor in State of Decay. And oh my God, shut the fuck up. But yeah, I would love to see them expand upon the gun crafting system, as well as the weapon crafting system, as you get like Dead Rising 3 type of crafting, like, you know, not too wacky, because State of Decay isn't wacky. It's more of a serious role-playing survival game, more of an arcade style. But you know, it has its quirks. Some people's backstories are really funny. Now, for the setting, the map, I believe it's going to take place it's taking place in Tumbleweed, and because as you saw the trailer before, it already confirmed that. But at the end of State of Decay 1, when you open up the gate to the city part, which it's then expanded upon a lifeline, you know, they left that open for mystery, because you don't really know what happened between that and lifeline. So whatever happens is probably where the second game is going to take place. It's probably going to have the countryside area and the city area, as well as possibly the lifeline areas, which I believe is going to happen. If not, it depends on the plot. Now, the plot for State of Decay 2 is really hard to pinpoint, since we don't know where it takes place in Tumbleweed, so we don't really know where exactly it's going to take place. It might take place maybe before. I would love for it to take place before our the main protagonist Marcus and Ed, arrives at Tumbleweed, and you know, they don't really know what happened, what caused the outbreak of the zombies, but which is really interesting, because from what we know, if you play State of Decay, you would find out that the water they were dumping infected bodies into the water supply, and that was infecting the locals because they were drinking the localized water, and that caused the outbreak. But between that, we don't really know much about what happened and what really went down in Tumbleweed, so that'll be cool. Or they can just take on from where State of Decay 1 left off, and just you start off in the city, which wouldn't really make much sense to go back to the countryside. As I was saying, it would be more of a repetitive play if you go from city back to countryside, unless it's a new area of Tumbleweed that you could go to. Like, same thing with State of Decay also had that military controlled area at the top of the map that you could go to, which is really new, because that's where most of the guns were and all the cool gear that you would get. And one of the better bases is up there that's outside, but it's not really that great because, you know, it's outside. And the best one was the compound and the little town part down south-ish. I want to see them, you know, expand the map a little bit, you know, do some rural areas, or suburban type of areas, maybe swampy. They had swampy areas in State of Decay, like over there where that little lake is. All the lakes are like swampy and stuff, and they mostly had countryside. There was like some big settlements, like the towns. There's like just 3 main towns. You got the little town at the where I'm at, and then towards down south you have the bigger town, or I guess you could say suburban area, with little little settlements and job places that you could go. And yeah, that's what I really want to see in State of Decay. I just really want to see them expand, you know, do some stuff that they really never done before. Maybe have a hotel area, or like an amusement park area, like from Left 4 Dead 2. That'd be cool. For that, anyways, like, I just want to see them. State of Decay is a really good, one of the best zombie games on Xbox. Really, the best zombie game in recent memory, because Dead Rising 3 didn't really fulfill its part, if you get what I'm saying. It kind of fell flat, but State of Decay gets everything right. The surviving aspect, the base building aspect, the guns, it gets everything right. The only thing it probably don't get right is the voice actors. There's only like 6 different voice actors in the game, which is really but that's not really a big deal. I mean, as long as the game is great, the quality is great, the game is just 100% amazing. Like, I mean, it has its quirks up in there, like the car physics is ridiculous. At first, you couldn't put the little rucksacks in your truck. At first, you had to like just carry them one by one, which was really annoying because it took longer. But now they added that, which is really fine by me. It really made the game better. But I wish they would add more car space, because that's, you know, when you say you go to like a big area, more like the construction sites. The construction site has more construction materials, so you might need like maybe 8 spaces, and it only comes with like about 6 or 7. But State of Decay is one of my most it's more of a recommended game by me because it's something that you can replay hundreds of times and get different endings. Well, not endings because the game's gonna end the same way, but if you play Breakdown, you would get a different ending each time you play because it's randomly generated characters, randomly generated randomly generating everything. As a matter of fact, all the loot is randomly generated, and it adds a more of a survival. It's focused on the survival aspect part of the game, which is really cool by me. And I just wish it would get rid of the damn missions. Like every other minute, a mission pops up on the map, and it gets overwhelming because they said that this is your story, make your story. And then with my story, I don't want to go help somebody barricade a house. Okay, that's something I wouldn't want to do, and it takes way too much time, and they just be spamming it on the map, and it's just every time you look at the map, it's just this big green dots and people, and it's a whole bunch, all these red stuffy infestations popping up. They make you do those, so if not, then your morale is going to get low, and people are going to start leaving and getting lost. You got to go find them. Morale, I mean, they really need to fix that. Maybe they should like let you free play it or something. But that was really annoying in a part of that. Other than that, State of Decay has basically about 85% replayability depending on how you play the game. And if you're satisfied with the way that your game ended, then yeah, you could replay it 100 times and still get like maybe 50 different endings. The other 50 would probably be the same because, like I said, the game is limited to its Xbox 360 base. It was Xbox 360 based. So I mean, they didn't really get a chance to work with the game design. They were limited, but now with Xbox One, they could expand because there's more to it. Hey, and there goes the city in the background that I was talking about that you go to at the end of the game, or that you supposedly unlock or get to, the entire city that you fight to get to, and then realize everybody's dead. But yeah, that's a pretty cool skylight. It's really cool to me. And in a minute, you're going to be seeing some Lifeline gameplay to show you what the map looks like, and some of the funniest things I've ever seen, like the little jump that I'm gonna go through. But yeah, that's the city. And Lifeline was one of the other harder, it added more of a harder aspect to the game too as well. It was bumped up to hardcore. Like you could really die easily. Like I almost died in that tunnel. You'll see, I almost died in that tunnel. But yeah, it added a more of a survival core. Like you had to actually survive in order to, which it became a little bit easier because you were the army and you already started off with a lot of stuff. But as you progress, you tend to lose that stuff because people die so easily. It is so crazy how people die. It's like, man, you could literally go out with 3 people, four all together, counting you, and come back with like probably come back by yourself. To be honest, that happened to me before. Everybody died around me, and then I died trying to come back from the horde, and they just murked me, raped me, and ate me. But other than that, the game is really survival focused. Look at that, bada boom, bada bang. But I'm gonna try to blow up this car and didn't blow up. Missed. The sensitivity on this game is really weird. It's like stiff, really stiff. It's hard to aim. But yeah, you'll see in a minute when I'm talking about with the car physics, because the car physics on here is crazy. They need to fix it. In State of Decay 2, I hope they fix it. Look at this. Boom. Just bounced off the top of that car. And this is where almost like my dumb stuff goes inside the you're not supposed to go in this area. You'll see why. That's why you're not supposed to go in this area. It's full of zombies, and they're going to keep coming. It's literally full of zombies. I'm just like, oh my god, I didn't expect this. They're jumping me. And the car sets on fire. I'm like, oh crap, there gotta be a car nearby, and then I run past. And I just look back, I'm like, oh my god, that's a lot of zombies. And then it explodes. I'm like, yes, a cop car. And I turn around. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to kill it. And then I run out of ammo, and I'm about to die. This is the cool aspect about it. It's really crazy how how they just make scenarios like this. I'm getting murked right now, and I'm about to die. And I'm like, no, I must get to the cop car. I get in the cop car. Nick of time, I'm about to die, and I just drive off. That's what I like about State of Decay. You can just make cool, just like memories like this is awesome. Just to tell your friends how you almost died, and then it's gone. But thank you guys for watching this video about State of Decay 2, and I hope you liked it. Share your thoughts on it. Let me know who's your favorite killer in State of Decay, and maybe, you know what, bless the comments and say what you want to see in State of Decay 2. My favorite State of Decay character is Sasquatch from Lifeline. He's like Mark Wahlberg from Lone Survivor and Clint Eastwood from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He's fucking amazing. Born Savage.
If you ignore the rampant destruction and flesh-eating dead people, you know, this place is kind of quaint. I'm not even from
I'm
here,
loaded up.
you know?
See you back at base.
I should have been on a flight to visit
Roger
my
that.
folks, but
We'll be waiting.
my mom, she's got this medical marijuana prescription, right? So the dispensary she uses gets raided a week before my trip. Anyway, she asks me to bring her some of the product, so I have to drive instead. And the car breaks down just outside of Trumbull, and this was the cheapest place that the tow truck could take me to. Damn. I should have told that guy to haul my ass to a city.